Well, hello everyone. I'm Sher Johnston. Welcome to the show. Uh, Before I start, I want to show you. Um, I got this linen to make this thing. This thing comes from this book. I did uh, I did a book review on her books, and we're gonna do roses from this book. I'll put a link to the book reviews that I did. Um, but I wanted to show you this because I have this linen that I bought, and it came from this place that she recommended in her book, Needle in a Haystack, www.needlestack.com. That's the item, and I'm not sure if this is the color that I'm using today or not. Might not be, because I know I have a couple different pieces. I have like many pieces of linen over here. This one here is from Amazon. Much less expensive, much cheaper. It still is lovely. I think I got glue on it there. And it's a nice open weave, so it's easy to stitch on. I really like stitching on linen. It's rather nice. I'm going to start today. I'm going to do more of these, the tiny ones, but I want to do one that's larger to show you the bullion knot first. This is Sue Spargo, Eleganza Pearl number 3. The color is EZM26. And then I also have Eleganza Pearl number 3. The color is EZM22. And I have Milliner's needles. Milliner number 1. These are from Sue Spargo, and they're larger than my other Milliner's needles from Richard Hemming and Son. But this is what she recommends for these threads. So I'm going to take a little bite out of the fabric, maybe a quarter of an inch or so. And I'm going to come up right next to that thread where I came out. And then I'm going to wrap the thread around the needle 4 times. And then when I push it down and I look, I want it to cover this distance from there to there. I'm going to hold the thread on the needle between my thumb and my finger and pull through. And then when I get to about here, I'm going to pull down this direction and hold that thread and pull. And there we go. You can kind of fuss with it a little bit and go to the back. Then I'm going to come right up alongside that, and I'm going to do another one. Same thing, a little bite out of the fabric. I'm going to wrap 4 times again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Smush it down and make sure it's going to cover. And then I'm going to put my thumb and put it between my thumb and my finger and pull through. And then right about here, I'm going to pull down this way and make sure that those wraps don't come unwrapped while I pull. And then if I continue to pull, it's going to make that last one there pull in a little bit. So I don't want to pull too much. That's kind of what happened here on this first one. Okay, now there are different ways to make Bullion Knot Roses. I'm going to do the one that's in Elizabeth's book. We're going to go turn this way now. I'm going to put the first two horizontal, and then I'm going to go straight across from here to here. And I think she does tell you in the book exactly how many wraps to do, but she's also using 2 strands of DMC floss. So I have to kind of guess at this. I'm going to say 6 or 7. 7. That looks about right. Again, pinch it between my thumb and forefinger and pull through. I wrapped a little bit tight that time. And I'm going to pull that tail through. And then I'm going to go this way. And I want to make sure that that doesn't come unwrapped. And pull. And there we go. Now, the next one, she says you go clockwise or anti-clockwise. I think here in the US we say counterclockwise. Same thing. So I'm going to turn clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever. I'm going to turn it to the left. And I'm going to go up there. And I want to make sure that the ends are tucked under. So I'm going to go under there and then back up there. Now, my needle underneath is under all those threads under there. And so it's a little bit bulky, but I don't want to go through them because that would make it really hard to get the needle through all those threads. So I'm going to do, again, 7 wraps. What did I do, 6 or 7? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks about right. And then I'm going to pinch and pull through. And then here, I want to carefully go this direction. And I'm going to hold that down while I pull that through. I probably could have had one more wrap, but it's fine. We're going to kind of cover that up. I'm going to go under there. And it kind of tucks in there a little bit. And then I'm turning again counterclockwise. I'm going to come up here. And I'm going to go down here on the opposite side. or, you know, sort of the opposite side, and back up. And this time, let's do 8 wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Look at that. All right. And then I'm going to pull through. Yeah, I wrapped a little bit tight, huh? There we go. Ariane Zurcher on her YouTube channel, she keeps a pair of pliers nearby to help her get those wraps. Help her get the needle through those wraps. Now, looking pretty good. Now, in her book, she says at this point you switch to a lighter color, but I have a variegated thread and I don't have a different, so I'm just going to keep going. And I'm gonna do like 10 wraps this time, I think. And I want to make sure that that needle is hidden. And again, I'm not going through the threads in the back. I'm gonna go under them completely like that. Push through to there. And then 2, 3, 4, 10. Let's do one more just because, just for the heck of it. And then again, I'm going to kind of loosen those a little bit. No, that's not it. It's just, there we go. Okay. Now I'm going to come down this way. And then underneath those other bullion knots, but not going through threads in the back. One more time. It's really good to just practice, you know? And the Bullion Knot Roses are a good way to practice your bullion knots. Again, I'm going to come down here, and go up there, and push through to there. Now, you know what? I'm going to hang my needle, kind of untwist it a little bit, and down there, and up there. One, two, 3, 4, 10. Do 11 this time. I think that'll work. And I have a thing I'll get it out before I do the next one. All right. And then there. Nice. Sometimes I also just take my needle and twist or untwist or whatever. And then I have this. Aha. This is a piece of a glove, a rubber glove. Okay, I'm going to come out there. And this one's going to go around this way. I'm going to go down there. And back up there. I'm going to wrap, what do I do, 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10, 12. Might be too many, but that's fine, I think. I think. Let's get the little piece of rubber. Yeah. Now let's see. I think they're too tight at the very top. There we go. I think I can get in one more with this piece of thread. Let's try it. Let's go over here. And again, I'm going under, so that those ends are going to tuck in. One, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. I'm trying to unwrap them just a bit, just a smidge, just a hair, just a, yeah, it didn't help. Just a lot on there. Okay. And then I'm going to slowly go this direction. There we go. All right. Now I think I'm just going to do, I might have enough left here. No, let's do this. I'm going to do a bullion knot, go this way and around, and then I'm going to wrap like 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go back in right next to where I came out. And then I'm going to hold the needle from the back. You don't normally wrap 3 times with a bullion knot. I just want a nice big one. This may not turn out like I'm expecting, but it might be really pretty. Yeah. See, I just wanted it to look like a little bud. And it does. Kind of. I want it to lay down though. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do a little stitch like that. Should have gone the other way. Let's I'm just making this up. I'm just making it up as I go. I'm allowed. It's my show. There we go. Let's put in one more little stitch. And I can only do this because this thread is so thick. And I would normally do 2 bullion knots. I'll show you that when I do the other one. There we go. Now I'm just going to take this thread and bury it in the back in this mess of threads. There we go. I like it. Now I have my green. I don't know if this is green. I don't know if it goes that well, but we're going to do a fly stitch or like a little, what do you call it, a calyx. I'm going to go down here and back up there. No. Here. Yeah. And then when I pull through, we have a little calyx. And then I should not have centered my flower. I put it right in the center. That was kind of silly. So I'm going to do a couple of back stitches here. 3 back stitches. There's 1. 2. 3. Then I got way too close to the edge of the fabric. But that's fine. We'll do a let's go this way. I'm going to do some detached chain stitches here. for our little leaves. Let's do a twisted chain stitch. Yeah, that'll work. A hair in there. This thread is too big to make tiny stitches. And I don't like that there's only 4 leaves. Oh, I just went off camera. Sorry. Sorry. Let's just see if we can get one more. This one's going to go the opposite direction. And it's going to start here. Ho, ho, ho. There we go. Not the greatest leaf, but all right. It'll have to do for now. Now, I will probably take this and put in some Queen Anne's lace or something. Okay, now these twinchies I've been making, here I have this color palette that I'm going to share with you because it came from Elizabeth's website. She has, she calls it a living book or a lively book or a something like that. And she does, if you visit her website, I'll put a link to her website. This is Juliana's colors. And you can get this on her website. I'll leave a link. I can find this. I'll try to leave a link to this specific thing. Also, if you go to her website, there are some free patterns there that you can, download or whatever. And we're going to do, the rest of these have ended up sort of what do you call it? Diagonally. She starts with a, oh, so for the rose, I have 3777, that goes in the center, that's this one, and then 3830, which is this color. Now, I have 2 strands, and this is a number 7 milliner's needle. It's a pretty tiny one. So now this time, I'm going to draw on, not with an empty pen. Let's draw on a couple of circles. I'm going to do 2 circles, 2 roses, and then let's put a rosebud right about there. So I'm going to start not really in the middle, sort of in the middle. I guess that's the middle. And then I believe she said to do 6 wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is going to be a lot easier to get through the fabric. There we go. And then so much easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do one more. There we go. I think I got a tangle. If it starts to tangle, you can feel it. Don't keep pulling, because a tangle can turn into a knot. You just yank on it. All right, that's good enough. Let's go to the back. I can feel this little thread thing. And I don't like it. Oh. All right. It's such a beautiful day. I shouldn't talk about the weather constantly, but I live in Southern California and it's so beautiful here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're so lucky to be here. It's about, I don't know, 50 degrees today, maybe 60. It's just so lovely. That one wasn't really long enough. Let's do, what was that one, 10? I count and then I don't remember. It's just silly, right? Let's do 10 or 15 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's see what that looks like. Let's do 14. Yeah, okay. And then There we go. I'm going to do one more with this color and then I'm going to switch to the other color. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15. Nice. All right. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to end off this thread. I'm not going to try today to do this in 20 minutes. I decided that if I go for an hour, if I don't edit, I can just go for an hour and I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to just keep going. This color is very, very, very close. So one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20. Ah, come back here, you. There we go. Mitzi's asleep in her little spot. She's happy today. I'm happy today. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. There she goes. You didn't even see her. But you can probably hear her scratching on her little scratching post. Ah, come back here, you. Let's pull that thread through because I didn't. This is hard to do with one hand. I didn't I should have moved the needle, see? I'm going to turn on this light. Oh, I was watching one of my videos on my TV, and it was really bright and really, really close. And I just went, whoa. But you know what? I watch Ariane Zurcher, and she's does really close-up shots, and I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. And I also figured out that as long as I don't edit and try to speed things up, I can don't have an issue uploading. And I don't think you guys mind, right? If you want to speed me up, you can. I'll sound like a chipmunk, but here we go. But I'll try to keep it to an hour, I guess. I did one last week. It was about almost an hour and a half. Different segments. Took me 3 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Which is nice. I think that's nice for you guys, but it was a very popular video. But yeah, I can't do that. Obviously, I can't do that every single day. Spend 3 days making a video. Get back here, you behave. There we go. That's nice, huh? All right, I think I want to go all the way around. So I'm just going to keep going. I think the sun went behind a cloud. We have a cloudy day here today. Let me drop my needle. Oh, it's not going to twist. It's cloudy here today. We got rain the other day, which was nice. It rained mostly at night, though. 2, 3, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. Now this time I'm going to remember to move that needle and squish it down and no. There we go. Careful, 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 carefully. Think we can get one more? I think we need one more. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ha ha! I did it. You can always unthread your needle and do your wraps and thread the needle again. I have done that. I've not done that on camera, but because I don't like to thread needles on camera. It's not easy for me to thread needles. I watched Jennifer Clouston and she just threads those needles like it was nothing. I don't know if you hear the crying baby, but I've decided that that child is just spoiled. So I don't feel bad anymore when I hear her crying. Okay. Now, I do have more of this color on a needle. Oh, I also have, I got 2 different needles. So this one, I believe, yes, this one is a smaller needle. That one, I think, was a 7, and this is a 5. I'm going to put my rosebud here. And yes, I pricked my thumb with the needle. And yeah, it kind of hurt. Two, 3, 4, 6, 7. There she goes. And now she's gonna clean herself. Now let's go down and back up. Oh, I don't have my glasses on, I just realized. Oh, that's better. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay. Now, I'm going to do that other flower off camera, but I am going to do the I'm going to do the foliage. Right here, right now. This is DMC floss number 869. And I believe I have just an embroidery needle because those are more fun. And this is a fly stitch. Just like that. Ah! This is one of the problems with twinchies. I pull this direction and then I'm gonna just do a straight stitch toward that flower. And then I'm gonna come back up here. And I'm gonna go right between those two bullion knots. Yes. There we go. It's a little bit wonky, but let's do this. Let's do why not? This is sort of a, I don't know, kind of a Jennifer Clouston kind of a thing. Maybe not. Okay, then I want, I have a rose there. I want some foliage here. I'm going to put some leaves right there. Then, so I'm going to do a back stitch, 3 back stitches to be exact, and I want them to sort of curve because, you know, there she goes. There we go. They don't really curve in real life, but in Cher's world, they do. Very much so. Little tiny detached chain stitch and connect it to that little tiny stem. Oh, and it looks like a U. So let's do them this way. Right back in there and go out. This way. I want these a little tiny bit bigger. Sorry, I keep moving closer to my face. And then nice. Now, these are probably, I looked at this color and I thought, I don't really like that color. But when you get them together, oh my gosh, kind of pretty. Then the other thing that I'm going to do, I can't help it. I have to do this. Little tiny straight stitch just right in there. That'll kind of, there we go. Now, I would do 5, but I don't really have room, do I? So I'm going to put another flower in there, another rose, And then I'm going to fill in these blank spaces with some white French knots. I think I'm also going to do right up here a little, let's just do that right now. Let's just do it, because when you get flowers, I don't know about you, but when I get flowers, I like them to have the Queen Anne's lace, right? So let's put some Queen Anne's lace. Again with the stem stitch, the back stitch. Probably could have done a stem stitch. And then I'm just going to do little stitches like this. And then I'm going to put some French knots there, Colonial Knots. I could probably come back and show you those after I put in the rose. And then we'll have a complete little Twinchie. All right. Next I have DMC thread 746. And I have blah, 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 milliner's needle. I'm going to do a French knot here. I did fill in the little cow parsley Queen Anne's lace with colonial knots and French knots. I'm going to do a colonial knot here because I don't think the French knots are big enough to fill in. I want to fill in this whole space here. And I hope I'm not too washed out, but it's getting dark outside and it's gonna rain. I'm so excited for the rain. Okay, make a backward C, go back this way and then that way, and then put the needle down to the back and hold it from the back. Tighten that knot and pull through. Let's do one more. Let's do another one of those. Backward C, this way, and then that way, and then go back in, hold tight, and back to the back. Now let's do some little French knots. Opposite way, just one wrap around. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice. All right, this way, or a French knot, or a Frenchie. That's what Jennifer Clouston calls them, Frenchies. All right, I think that might be enough. No. I need, can you hear the thunder? Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I might have to go outside in it. It's 64 degrees. I thought I'd check before I came back on so I could tell you how warm it is. That's cold for us. It's really cold, but I still like it. I have the windows open still, and I'll leave it open until it starts to rain. And Mitzi is underneath the blankets. She's in her little tent. And I feel like you can't really see these knots very well. But I'm trying to make them, I'm trying to put in more so that there we go, that one's showing up. Put some really close to these roses so they'll show. I think I hear rain. I'm excited about the rain. Gosh, okay. Well, there we go. Now I'll just get some pictures. And there you have it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. There's a playlist with Twinchies. Should be on the screen right now. Thanks for watching. Bye.